Now that's a good crack. You're thinking, Scott, how could you have cracked that drink so well? Well, I don't want to take all the credit. That's the power of nitrogen. And one of my last Nitro Pepsi vanillas, which I am following the directions to the letter of, which is 1, chill can, done. This can, fucking chill. 2, pour hard. Don't just pour it. Don't pour it on an angle like some fucking pussy, like you're pouring a Dom Perignon for your boyfriend or whatever. Pour hard. 3, admire. I am. And enjoy. Don't mind if I do. Thanks, Nitro Pepsi Vanilla. And thanks to both Eve and Cody who bought me many of these. I think I'm good on them. Yeah. I think I've come to the end of the road in my relationship with Nitro Pepsi Vanilla. Although I will say, did you just say I'm gay?
No. How did you hear that?
I got big pointy ears.
Yeah.
with spots on them to confuse people sneaking up behind me. You got those too, right? They're similar?
Yep. Yeah. I'm a little smaller, but...
Pussy.
I don't really need to hear that well, because I attack from above.
That's true. You're a pouncer. You're a pouncer. Your father was a pouncer. Your father's father was a pouncer. What the hell is it saying? Oh, yeah. I think part of what contributed to, or maybe even sped up the end of the relationship with me and the Nitro, is that I was drinking them out of the can against doctor's orders on Drunken Peasants, and I'm like, this just feels like flat Pepsi, but it is better after you pour hard, I gotta say. Yep. But I have been given, I believe, probably around 25 of them, so that's a lot, and I'm good, and I appreciate them all, and I'm gonna drink them all. In fact, I have almost drunk them all, but I think we're good. I think if I see it in the store myself, I'll pass it. I'll even maybe give it a friendly wave, but I won't.
Will you blow it kisses?
I'll maybe blow it a kiss as I'm passing by, but I don't think I'll buy it. But I'm still going to enjoy this, guys. It's the worst year of our lives, aka the news. Big show today. I'm Scott at Not Scott Henson on just Twitter, because who needs more than one social media? Who? Drew. That's who. That's Drew over there. He's at Sarian Softpaws on most social medias.
Is Letterboxd social media though? I guess.
Yeah,
because you can talk to people.
It's specific social media.
Yeah. For neckbeards.
Not unlike
and closeted gays.
Are there any?
I'm one or two.
I was going to say, are there any boxes you don't check when it comes to Letterboxd demographics?
Letterboxd? No. Letterboxd? No.
No. Hey, I don't know if you guys heard last week, but we are deep is strong.
4 knuckles deep.
In all request spectacular season. That's right, folks. $20 or preferably more.
Yeah, don't let that hinder you from giving more.
Yeah, the $20 is just for the poors to pretend they're
poors.
To pretend they're part of society.
The ethnics.
Yeah, but unless you're an ethnic poor, go ahead and send more than that. What's that? $10 for each of us? What the fuck is that? What are we doing for $10 each? This, as I'm saying it out loud, this is stupid, and we're undervaluing ourselves. But anyway, we do it for you, the fine people of the Americas.
And only the Americas.
Only the Americas.
Because we have no friends anywhere else. Especially Australia.
Especially Australia. $20 min per movie request. Don't feel confined to one movie request. Don't feel confined to $20, as we said.
$20 min, $900 max. Because that's going to get me a PlayStation.
We'll set a cap. We'll set a cap at $900. You do not need to send more than between $20 and $900 per movie request. 2, paypal.me/NotScottHenson. Paypal.me/NotScottHenson. NotScottHenson. There's a link in the YouTube description for this. There's also a second link. If you don't even have a PayPal account, you can just do it through a debit or credit card. Be sure to, I don't know, list the movie you want along with the money. If you don't have a specific request and want to leave it to dealer's choice, we can do that. And if you don't want a choice and just want to send us money, hey, that's pretty swell too, pal. You can absolutely do that. And I think that's most of the information. You'll be hearing this most episodes until, when's that? Probably around December 5th. So get them in soon. First come, first served. And
2 hours and 5 minutes or less, unless you're gonna pay for 2 fucking movies.
yes, if it's over 2 hours and single-digit minutes, then you're paying for 2. I think that's only fair.
And something we forgot to mention last episode, episode before we mentioned it. Make sure that it's accessible for us.
Yes, make sure
Don't request something that no one has ever seen.
Or if you do, make sure to tell us where to get it. And make sure that you can get it in Canada and not your dumb country. So make sure it's either streaming or easily downloadable somewhere.
Don't suggest the day the clown died.
That's a tougher one, seeing as it does not exist yet. For the public.
Yeah.
But, oh man, when the fucking Library of Congress opens that shit up in, I think, 2024, it is coming around the corner. Whatever season we're on of the pod, that's that season. It's the Day the Clown Cried season. We just watch it every episode and get more excited with each viewing. Make sure it's accessible in some form, or if it's not, you saw it somehow. So how did you see it? And then send it to us. And that's how the requests work. So get on it. Do not disappoint me. Anything less than 8 episodes of all requests by the end of the request period, I would consider an abject failure, and will be doing self-harm. Drew, your thoughts?
Correct.
So, we have an emergency update
Yep.
on some news. You don't even know this, even though it was your news in the first place. Have I confused you?
I don't know, probably.
We have an emergency update on the Colombia, Mexico soccer friendly.
Oh, yeah, that they finished the game.
Well, yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, they finished the game. It wasn't actually fully postponed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they like the same day or later?
Later the same day.
Okay.
Yeah, we just missed it because we weren't watching it. So.
Gotcha. Well, I have insider info.
From a dirty Mexican?
No.
Another dirty Colombian.
No.
Interesting.
A casual white observer.
Oh, that's the best kind.
It is. And also, I really don't know if he's white. I couldn't tell you. But hopefully...
If he's Mexican, you owe me an apology.
Hopefully, Zachary, if I have just misraced you, you will accept my humble apology in the form of sending us more money. So, once and future donor Zachary has gotten a hold of me, and say, hey, it's Zach, blah, blah, blah. I'll be giving you random tidbits from the Colombia-Mexico friendly that took place in Levi's Stadium, located in Santa Clara, approximately 37.9 miles or 60.9 kilometers south of Old Candlestick Park, the former home of the San Francisco 49ers and the San Francisco Giants,
Yeah.
I believe.
No, I think Candlestick is just baseball.
Oh, so he's wrong about the 49ers?
I don't know, maybe. We'll see.
This could be apology time, Zach. Stay on your toes. I work security at the theme park next to the stadium and got to see them basically squeeze 68,000 Mexicans and Colombians in a parking lot that turned into Little Latin America with Latino music being played across the parking lot. At least 20 people used one of our entrances at the theme park as a toilet, including 4 females that didn't realize they were on camera and just let nature go. At the end of the soccer match, when they were all leaving the lot, they lit off about 20 to 30 bottle rockets and a couple of mortars, while also creating a burn pile that included rubber. Little Latin children were playing soccer with empty Modelo bottles and kicking them against the concrete dividers while screaming "goal" after they shattered. And then the police line came in and started breaking them up and getting them to leave the premises, as no one wanted them there anymore. The event started at 1 p.m. and the parking lot did not empty until after midnight that night.
I said, you can take the Mexicans out of Mexico.
But you can't take the Mexico out of Colombians.
The Giants played there until 1999.
Yep.
49ers played there until 2013.
So no apology necessary.
No.
Zach, you're off the hook.
The Oakland Raiders of the AFL
Boo.
played there in 60 and 61.
Good year.
And the San Francisco Golden Gate Gales, whatever the fuck that is.
What?
An American soccer team in the USA. The United States.
An American soccer team in the USA, you say?
Well,
USA is the
The
organization.
United Soccer Association.
Don't name your thing USA, you fucking idiot. Come on.
USA number one.
I mean, they are number one. They're number one in two things. Globally.
Gay sex.
No, not per capita.
And secret gay sex.
Maybe. The two things that the United States consistently leads the world in are percentage of citizens incarcerated and number of people who believe in angels.
Yep.
Yeah, the big two.
I don't know if Wikipedia or my phone has been listening to everything we've said today.
Sure has.
Because I went back to like the homepage after looking up Candlestick, and the featured article at the
Is
top
secret gay sex?
was the first homosexual movement in Germany from the late 19th century until 1933.
What happened in 33?
Bunch of cool stuff happened. Cake, parades,
Yeah.
mass gatherings to celebrate their love of one thing and their hatred of another.
Fair. I mean, you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life.
Yeah.
So Wikipedia is listening, is what you're saying.
Wikipedia is not only listening, but it knows what we like.
Wikipedia is 1, listening, and 2, knows I'm gay. Well, thank you very much, Zach, for that emergency update. That is very fun, actually. And we know where you work now.
Oh.
Yeah.
The theme park next to Levi Stadium.
Yeah. So now we can go use the entrance as a bathroom.
Look it up. What is it? Disneyland?
Let's just really dox the shit.
Knott's Berry Farm.
Theme Park Santa Clara. Ah, looks to me like California's Great America. No, there's no way that's the name of it.
I like that threw you off so much.
Because it was not the word. I was expecting adventure. I was expecting California's Great Adventure. It is. I'm angry. Look, out of respect for not doxing our friend here and how mad I am at it, I'm not going to say it. Except I am. California's Great America is the name of this fucking park. What are you talking about?
Great America, huh?
California's Great America.
Did it used to be something else?
Great question.
And that's just like somebody bought a dying franchise and changed the name of it?
Was it a Six Flags? No, it looks like it's in some form been Great America for some time, just with various ownership. They got a bunch of coasters.
I like coasters.
They got thrill rides. Oh, they got a big scary drop tower. Don't like those.
I don't know if I like drop towers, but I like coasters.
I like a good coaster. Not too scary though.
Can you get us in for free?
I'd be really, really mad if he couldn't.
Yeah, me too.
But Zach, we're coming to San Francisco and later Santa Clara, and we're gonna do gay stuff, and then after
we're gonna shit at the entrance.
After a long day of gay stuff, we're gonna be looking for some fun, and that's where California's Great America comes in. And you better get us in free. Just saying. Make whatever arrangements you need to now, so that when we arrive, everything will be in place. I have been informed that the park appears in the 1994 films Beverly Hills Cop 3 and Getting Even with Dad. 94 was a big year for Great America.
Apparently.
So, yeah, that's fun. I like all of that. I think it's time to watch and live react to the trailer, which at this point has been out for 2 weeks, but almost feels like it dropped merely an hour ago at the time of recording. So let's have a quick look at the Super Mario Brothers movie official teaser trailer. But being 2+ minutes for a teaser, pretty good. Are we on the second bag of... We are. Oh, hold on. Emergency food review. What are these? What are you eating? What do you got? Tell me about it. Oh, crinkle time.
These are Reese's Pieces.
Yep.
With caramel.
Are they bigger than the standard PC?
Yeah. And they don't taste anything like the caramel, really. They're just kind of...
I see. I'm going to bite one in half and get a cross section. So what's the... Oh, that's kind of bullshit. There's no caramel in it. It's caramel flavored milk chocolate. Yeah. I'm going to have 2 more of these, and we're going to part ways.
And then throw up?
Yeah. There's been your shitty candy review of the evening. All right.
Mario.
Let's go, Chris Pratt.
Are you not going to go full screen on this?
Do you think you deserve full screen?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I will.
Also, what do you got closed captioning on? What are you, retarded?
That's how it came. I didn't do it. It's on my default.
Uh-huh.
You know I can't read. You can't trap me in a lie here.
That's true.
I got checkmate here. You know, his friends don't call him Chris. They call him CP.
Cool. Full screen!
Shut up. Meteor lands outside of... Oh, multiple meteors land. Firestorm. A Bowser-shaped rock ship.
Uh-oh.
Pretty cool. Oh, no. The ship is bigger than the city it's docking near.
Who do you think that is? Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Probably. Good tail shot.
Yeah.
Okay. Bowser fucks.
Open the gates.
Jack Black.
I mean, solid sounding Bowser. It's a bunch of blue penguins.
Yeah.
Oh, the little guy, the one from Mario 64? Okay.
Yeah.
They're throwing snowballs at Bowser. Bowser is not having any of it.
That is but a taste of our fury.
King Penguin, but the same size as the others.
I do not.
Just get to the bad Mario. That's what we all want.
He's breathing fire on the whole city and has reduced it to rubble. He's got a star.
Who's gonna stop me?
It's a me. Say the line.
What is this place?
Do not touch that mushroom, you'll die! Oh, I'm sorry. That one's perfectly fine. Come on, Mario!
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come.
He's just doing Chris Pratt.
It's Chris Pratt doing a non-racist Mario.
What's even the point?
I couldn't tell you. Okay.
All right.
Voice cast. Anya Taylor-Joy is Princess Peach.
Okay.
Charlie Day is Luigi.
Okay.
Jack Black is Bowser.
Yeah.
Keegan-Michael Key is Toad.
Keegan's getting fucking voice
I mean, he does
work.
fucking everything.
Lion King, Fuckable Fox and Pinocchio. This.
Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong.
I hope... I can't even say what I hope.
Fred Armisen is Cranky Kong.
Oh, we got multiple Kongs in this.
And then, Sebastian Maniscalco is Spike, and the guy who was... Oh, no, he's not the guy I'm thinking of. Is he? No, he's not. Never mind. I was going to say the guy who was who's the voice of Elmo and was a diddler, but then they were like, oh, JK, he's not a diddler
JK,
anymore.
he actually wasn't a diddler.
But it's not. It's a different guy. Just, they were both bald and black, and I thought they were the same person. The animation looks good.
Yeah, it looks
pretty good.
Better than any Disney Plus movie.
Mm-hmm. That's probably because the animators didn't all quit because they're being forced to work under ridiculous deadlines.
Yeah, and someone had a good time animating that big old Bowser tail shot.
Yep. I bet you there's definitely some files somewhere where the tail's on the other side.
I would be surprised
Now,
if you were wrong.
This trailer has been out for a week, as we said, or 2 hours.
2 weeks.
2 weeks or 2 hours.
More like, feels like 2 hours.
How much porn do you think is already available of that specific Bowser?
A great deal. Immeasurable. Oh. I think it would already be in the petabytes, petabytes. But
is that where you kill the kid after you fuck him and eat him?
Careful.
Destroy the evidence.
Careful. That pedo bites. So that was Mario. Get hyped, everyone, for the trailer from 2 weeks ago. But maybe everyone's still talking about it. What you got?
There's some good stuff.
Oh, you're already you're already on it.
Somebody drew. Oh God, you just. I mean, I'm glad that you're doing things you love.
Yeah,
but also, there's too much. This one's good. I like this one.
Show it to me. You and I have different definitions of good.
How about this one?
That was very large Bowser shitting from the worst possible camera angle.
There's a lot of good stuff in here. You know what's really funny, though? I mean, I guess I'm not surprised, is that all of the go-to Bowser stuff is gay.
Yeah, I think Bowser's like a gay icon.
Yeah,
I think he's
a daddy.
Yeah,
he's a muscle daddy.
I think he's a Babadook type.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's just all... Oh my God. Somebody drew an animation of all of the different dicks for the, like, different Bowser...
Oh, the different...
Like...
Oh my God. This is crazy. That's a bunch of different Bowser dicks. Huh.
I think those are the Bowser children.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, there's so much just if you, like, scroll down to related images.
Yeah.
Sweet. Jesus Christ.
Some of it's really good art, though.
Yeah, that's always the most impressive part. That it's not just, like, weird porn scribblings. Like, this is quality art that took a long time to do. I'm never not impressed by that. But speaking of things that are on the internet, we teased you last week and we want to deliver. Let's talk about this week's Twitter Creep of the Week. And not only the Creep of the Week, let's talk about how we got there. A rare peek behind the curtain because we are otherwise extremely...
A peek behind the candelabra.
A peek behind the candelabra because we are otherwise extremely...
Flamboyantly gay men.
Private people. So usually the way it starts is just open Twitter and see what smut people who follow you have liked.
Yeah. Usually.
That's a very easy way to do it. So hopefully the person who liked something by this person is listening, because you are responsible for just an insane rabbit hole we found our way down. So I want to be clear: this first person is not the Twitter creep of the week, but it's what got the ball rolling. So if you want to give a quick visit to @GenexionX, GenexionX. Like Generation X, but a different word than generation. Perfect. Nailed it first try, no second take required. Twitter bio: I'm a gainer/feedy guy, nerd, gamer. Oh, gainer and gamer. Single bean, which that to me screams Reddit user.
Okay.
Yeah, just like lame talk like that. That reads as Redditor to me. So batting 1,000 so far. M 23.
Yeah.
He/him/they, which I don't know, maybe conflicts with that M at the beginning of the sentence, but I guess they're on Twitter. So confused dork here, gaining and making friends, maybe, probably not. Minors do not inquire. And the content is seems to be exclusively retweets, not a lot of original content, but mostly fat furry art. And I don't mean if this character existed in real life, they'd be 300 pounds. I mean, if this character existed in real life, they'd be 2,000 pounds.
Yeah.
They would weigh literally a ton. Like, just uncontainable stomach by any terrestrial clothing. Yeah, we got I guess a bear. Oh no, I guess it's a female Crash Bandicoot character, just with rolls for days, a bra that can't contain her big fat tits, cellulite thighs, those fat knees where the middle goes in. Yep. All that stuff. And yeah, if this character was 5'4", then it'd be 800 to 1,000 pounds. And it continues as such. And pardon me, there is a little bit of original content posted by this person, which is their own big fat tummy, which is only getting larger with every successive post. A lot of them are tummy wearing shorts, but there are a few content warning ones for nudity where the shorts have found their way off. And one of the most disgusting under stomach pubises I have ever seen. It looks like there's the big fat stomach, and under its own separate entity is a large water balloon covered in pubic hair. Am I painting a picture? So yeah, so that's what's going on with that. And to be clear again, this is not the creep of the week, nor is the person who commented on that Gunt picture with an animated gif of Billy Madison going, "So hot." That, of course, being
so hot, want to touch the Gunty.
That being L.A. Donaldson 13. L.A. Donaldson 13, who has an unexciting Twitter bio. Bored, B-O-R-E-D. I'm the chairman of the board. So bored. And that's the Twitter bio. And their posting is pretty pedestrian, run-of-the-mill stuff. Like a few little few little meme things and like for some reason the Escape from New York poster. But yeah, all pretty basic. But when you venture into the likes, which is what I find with many people, you can tell a man by the you can tell a man's character by the quality of his likes, and it is just real big bitches with their butts all the way out. So, and yeah, it, as I scroll down, it continues. Was this the one that worried me? Was it the previous? So he's got 21,000 likes, which is a lot. Was it the previous one that had just a dangerous amount of likes? Was it Genexion X? No, Genexion X has 25,000 likes. Also a lot. But yeah, so it's naked, very large woman with a ball gag. This is wow. That one's wild. That's like if Chrissy Metz ate Chrissy Metz.
Ugh, barf. Barf.
And then also likes the a poster for Stephen King's Misery, I assume because of Kathy Bates. So yeah, that seems to be sort of the trend of these likes. And then we saw one of the likes, and that, my friend, after much ado, brought us to this week's Twitter Creep of the Week. Now, the Twitter name is a lot easier to remember than the @. The name is Candid Creepshot Ass. The Twitter handle, the @, stay with me, folks, Z10, ZTEN, 93456876. One more time, that's ZTEN 93456876. 2,852 followers, only following 5, which we'll get back to. Is this the one that has... Okay, this one has 30,000 likes. What was the one we found that had 80,000 likes and was just really worrisome? I thought it was one of these two, but that was a different one.
That was the person who...
Oh, never mind. Just know if you have 81,000 likes on your Twitter, we might be talking about you. Are your ears burning? They should be.
They should be.
And so should you. In hell, you're a creep.
Yep.
So, Candid Creepshot Ass is a lot like what it sounds like.
Yep.
It is...
Somebody has a problem.
Someone has one, a problem, and two, a phone.
Correct.
And what they have chosen to do with that problem and phone is to film women's asses without their knowledge. Although I could see some of these being set up because
some of them
are some of the most ridiculous asses I've ever seen in my life.
But also there's some of them that are just like straight up bare butts.
Yes.
Like no woman walks around like with her ass up in the air like that with her butt out.
Yeah, like some of these butts are insane. I would direct you, if you just scroll down.
This one's good. This one's real good.
If you just scroll, and there two Candid Creepshot Asses credit. Each one sort of has like a label. He's like titled everyone. So I would direct you to Fat Latina Ass Red Tights. That's a truly insane ass. I would also recommend Big Ass in Dress Latina. I'm noticing a trend. Those would be my big two. And I'm so sorry. Those were on their likes page, but I think they were also their own posts, right? Because they like their own posts. Okay,
like
good.
Their own posts.
Yeah, still, they're both there. So feels good. So this account has 14 tweets total. Joined July of this year, 2022. Has amassed nearly 3,000 followers from those 14 tweets. Is only following 5 other accounts. Let's have a quick look
At the other 5 accounts.
at the 5 other accounts followed by Candid Creepshot Ass. Number 1, Candid Ass. Number 2, Creepshot's Ass. Number 3, a second Candid Ass. Number 4, Creepshot's Video. And number 5, Creepshot Videos. I think they're all the same person.
Yeah, they gotta be.
And also the followers following on most of the accounts is crazy. Because, like, this one is 2,800 followers following 5. Candid Ass, 2,400 followers following 4. Creepshot's Ass, 2,300 followers following 3. Second Candid Ass, 2,200 followers following 4. Like, they're all weirdly identical.
Yeah.
So, it's pretty cool. And the,
But now go to what that guy likes.
yeah.
And it's just every single video that was
From
posted
all of
from
those
all
accounts.
of the other ones.
Yeah. But then also, if you scroll down to September 20th, a quote tweet of a wrestling Twitter who's all hyped about 2 Saturdays ago, Extreme Rules pay-per-view. So we got ourselves a wrestling fan.
Oh, what a shocker.
A wrestling fan who's a creep?
Yeah, who's a creep to women? I would have never guessed that.
Is that the first one?
First one ever. Every male wrestling fan, super chill. Except for this guy.
This guy is the outlier. Oh, there's just a penis.
What?
Yeah.
Gross.
It's a straight up penis.
There's a
In Spanish. Hold on, I'm gonna get a translation of what's written for this penis. What a heat. What is doing in Viavo? Some woman or couple to talk by DM. Devil emoji, fire. And just an erect penis.
Well,
what's your deal, sir?
you gotta show the world. If you got an erect penis, it is your responsibility as a man to post it where every woman can see it, because they all want to see every one.
Certainly, but like, why is this guy, whose interest is clearly elsewhere, that being fat woman butts and WWE?
I think those kind of go
Liking-
hand in hand, Scott.
Certainly. Also liking erect penis pictures. You keep me guessing, Candid Creepshot Ass.
This guy's living an interesting life, man. Don't judge him.
I would never.
I do like going through the list of who follows them.
Yep.
And it is a large amount of
Oh, yes.
Middle Eastern and Indian men.
Yeah.
And also every single one of those guys could also possibly win Twitter Creep of the Week.
Yeah. If we translate all of that Arabic,
Yeah.
it's it's a lot. Yeah, you'll
like,
know.
I'm just like scrolling down the list randomly and just like picking someone. Like, doesn't matter who.
You pick
I
anyone.
Just pick somebody. I click on their page and it's all like them liking and retweeting porn.
Yeah.
Every single one of the 285 or 2,800 people following this guy
Is also
are all
Potential
this guy.
Creep of the Week. Yeah. I noticed, scrolling through the followers of this account, I noticed 3 things. 1, Arabic. 2, no profile pictures.
No profile pictures. Got to keep this shit on the DL.
And speaking of keeping on the DL, a lot of locked profiles.
A lot of lock profiles, yeah.
Yeah. Those are the big ones and all seem to go hand in hand.
Just all the porn you've ever seen. Like,
Yeah.
what would these guys do without Twitter? Like, let's say that Elon followed through with his purchase of Twitter.
They would just
And
do
he's like, I'm done. Like, I don't want porn on this platform.
honor killings.
That's what they would do?
They would just do honor killings
Okay.
all day.
All right, fair.
What do you think they do?
Oh, well, I mean, like anyone in general, not necessarily the Arab guys, like all these creeps who just retweet and like porn all day,
I think the white ones
what would they do?
I think the white ones would also start doing honor killings.
They would convert to Islam?
Yeah. They'd go full Sharia.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Don't you? Or at least like drive their car into like a public square.
Or like a kindergarten.
Or a kindergarten.
See, like, again, okay, now here's another interesting one of just like a random guy I clicked on, and it's like all this like dudes pounding pussy, like all of the videos. He liked the candid creep shot, one of the candid creep shot ass things.
Who wouldn't? I'm about to like some of
Like
this
bam,
shit.
bam, bam, and then just all of a sudden you get lower, and it's like just dudes jerking off.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Like, are you just so fucking horny for anything?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I like watching girls get fucked, but also I'll watch a dude jerk off.
I jerk off.
Like, what am I, gay?
I jerk off. They jerk off. They're carbon. I'm carbon.
yeah.
What's the problem? Yeah, I think it's just
people who are like addicted to porn.
it's degenerate horniness.
Yeah, addicted to porn, can't stop looking at it.
Yeah.
And have to just tell everybody what they're looking for.
Here's what's up. Yeah, that's
Oh,
that's
girl
really interesting.
jerking off, huge tits, like coming inside a vagina. Oh, a guy jerking his huge dick.
Yeah.
Oh, another guy jerking a huge dick. Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, I think it's at that point you're not identifying as like straight, gay, bi, whatever. You're just identifying as horny.
You're identifying as addicted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's very crazy.
I love it. I'm a big fan. So yeah, I hope people enjoyed the peek behind the candelabra with this week's Twitter Creep of the Week. As always, feel free to send us suggestions, including but not limited to yourselves, because I know the audience we get. I guess we got more news too. What's going on in the news?
You know what we got in the news.
We got two in the news. Do we even need both, or can we save one?
Well, I would like to do the one that I sent you yesterday, because
Yeah.
that one's fun.
Yeah, no, we should do that, and then if there's time for the other, great. If not, it can wait.
All right, let's do that one. I don't
Sure.
even remember what the second one is.
The other one is actually sort of also an emergency update on a previous bit of news, but it's not
No victory laps, though?
It's not a victory lap, and it's not necessarily time sensitive. Okay. Although the news was from yesterday, and by that I mean for listeners 15 days ago, and so even if we didn't now, it wouldn't be like super timely. And does it matter if it's 15 or 22 days after the fact? No, it doesn't.
I guess not.
So let's talk about sex. Baby, let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about
you and I sex.
Yes.
Would you like to talk about
the
Republican dating app?
Don't mind if I
that
do.
Promotes prompts include view profiles without pronouns and is backed by PayPal co-founder Peter Thiel.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I didn't know that, but of course it's Peter Thiel. He's
the Right Stuff conservative dating app founded by former Trump staff mocked online.
Yeah. So, do you know much about Peter Thiel?
A little bit.
Like all I know, because I have most of my Peter Thiel information from the Adam Friedland show.
Yeah.
Because apparently he's like funding. I guess he's super rich.
Sure.
But he's funding like supposedly like left-wing Brooklyn podcasts to like go right-wing.
Okay.
And it's very funny. I'd actually love to look more into it. I haven't a lot, but yeah, Peter Thiel seems like a cool, funny guy. So the first thing was a tweet with some curated reviews of and the app is called The Right Stuff.
Oh, I don't know if it's called that. I think it's called...
Or is it called something else? Conservative...
I don't know actually what it's called. There's one. I know that there's one called, which is very funny. Writer dating. Which I like. I don't think is very good. I think the idea, like, the app itself and like the dating app are just like poorly run and poorly managed.
Yeah.
I don't actually know what it's called.
It is called The Right Stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which is funny.
But I think it is a invite only.
Oh.
I don't think you can actively just go and log and like sign up and download.
Like old Gmail.
Like old Gmail.
Backed by billionaire Trumpite Peter Thiel.
There you go.
Yeah.
We
might do a deep dive on Peter
The website
later.
makes the target audience clear. Other dating apps have gone woke. Connect with people who aren't offended by everything. View profiles without pronouns. If you're single and not on this app...
View profiles without pronouns that you're offended by.
Correct.
But this is for people who aren't offended by it. Okay, fair. Go on.
If you're single and not on this app, you ain't conservative. That's the... I guess there's logic. If every waking moment is consumed by the false idea Donald Trump won the last election, you're probably not going to find a spark with someone who has a mural of Barack Obama in his bedroom. If you believe abortion is always murder, pillow talk with a pussy hat protester will go sideways quickly. What did you just say? Is like the quote. But it's sad because love should transcend politics. If love can't ride roughshod over our differences, nothing will. I look forward to hanging out with couples who don't see eye to eye on everything. The conversations are always very interesting. Have you ever been out for dinner with couples who are both on the left or the right? It's like getting orally blitzed by a sleep-induced seminar in stereo. Can we settle up so I can catch the end of the Jays game? Oh, this is Canadian.
Oh.
Sadly, The Right Stuff believes it is impossible for a conservative woman to live happily ever after with a liberal man or vice versa. At the end of the ad, the women agree on one thing. Democrats need not apply. As one lady observed, conservative guys have better manners. I'm not sure that's true of the conservative guys turned insurrectionists who stormed the U.S. Capitol.
Well, they took their hats off for the women in the Capitol.
Well, and they wiped their feet before they came in.
And they wiped their feet.
Attacking the police and smearing feces on the wall while trying to overturn a democratic election seems like bad manners. It almost makes you wonder about the future profile captions on The Right Stuff. Hey, I love rebuilding vintage Fords, moonlit strolls on the beach, Hillsong United, the 4th of July, and most of all, Alex Jones. Let's connect and have a false flag operation in the back of my Mustang. Dating sites should be used for everyone. Users can still swipe left or right, but ideology should not be the animating force. That's how we get stuck in the partisan quicksand. Coincidentally, a survey by Right Stuff. Okay, anyways. So the whole idea is that you can only join this site if you're a conservative.
Yeah.
And you can only get on the site if you're invited by somebody on the site.
Yeah.
So there are reviews floating around of the site on Twitter.
Yeah.
And most of them are very bad.
Which is surprising because you'd think they'd be psyched about a quote unquote for us by us type
non-woke, nobody's offended by the
dating app.
Nobody's offended by the pronouns that offend us, and
Also, fun fact: the Right Stuff is also the name of a Holocaust denying blog.
Sick. Also, an early '80s or late '70s space movie.
Yes.
Anyways, this review is it's a good app, but there's no women.
Question mark.
Question mark.
But there's no women?
I love my country. I love the Second Amendment, and I love God. These days, it's hard to find a woman who values my patriotism, my faith. And so after being ghosted by every match on Tinder, I decided to give this app a try. I created my profile, uploaded a selfie of me sitting in my truck with sunglasses.
Yeah, you did.
And it worked great. The interface was intuitive and easy to use. But the weird thing is, I couldn't find any women on it. I don't know. Maybe the app is bugged. I tried switching my preference to men just to make sure it was working, and loads of handsome men came up. I hope the developers fix this.
That has to be 100% fake because there's no way
No.
it lets you have a gay option.
No, not even.
Not a
No
chance.
fucking way.
Yeah.
But also, and like the quote earlier is like, a picture of me in my truck, in my sunglasses, and it worked great. But you said that there was no women.
Yeah. How did it work great?
Yeah. This one. Unsafe.
All caps.
I answered the question about January 6th honestly, and the next day I have 2 police officers at my door telling me that they got a call alleging that I was involved in domestic terrorism. This app was clearly created by Democrats as a way to subvert our constitutional rights and conservative Americans. All caps. Do not use this app unless you want to be harassed by left-wing fascists. The next one says, scam. I'm your average conservative who just wants to find someone with the same views as me. None of that pronoun stuff at all. But I was surprised to see that this app is actually more liberal than I could imagine. There are conservatives out there who aren't Christian. I hate this app. And the last one just says, no women on this site. Bam. I guess it's just men then. Okay, by me. Gay men. Plenty of fish here. There's no way that any of those are real.
No, those are definitely fake.
Because, you're right. They're not giving you any form of gay option.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
Not even gay women, I bet. Like,
No.
yeah, nothing.
Can't do it. No, it is not.
I want to get on it.
I want to get on it too. It is not National Scissoring Day on the right stuff. Not now, not ever.
I was... So, yeah, anyways, I don't know, like, if the app is a troll. I like, it's hard, because this one says, the app asked about January 6th. Harmless, right? I said I was there because I was. I'm a patriot. That's why I'm on this dating app. I use this app for hardly an evening, and it is a coincidence I get a call from an FBI agent the same day. Seriously, what stunt are they trying to pull? Whoever developed this has to be deep state setting us up. I came here to find love, not a damn warrant.
I like that.
Then, is this the same one? Oh, yeah, it's the same one as before. So, like, yeah, I don't know if, like, because there's information that this guy that it's backed by the fucking PayPal guy.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't like, unless somehow people are managing to get in there and troll.
Right. Which I'm sure is doable.
I guess, but you got to be invited, right? So
Yeah.
you'd have to like do a lot of fucking work to get invited.
Yeah, you just have to run the long con on these dum-dums.
But apparently the FBI has been monitoring the app.
I'm sure. I
So-
mean, it's what better place to monitor for domestic terrorism than this fucking app.
Here's the I don't know if we can play this, but here's the actual commercial.
Ooh.
Can I play it or no?
Yeah.
Okay, let me.
This is today's sponsor.
What are you looking for in a partner?
They just have to be a conservative.
Definitely someone that wants to have kids.
I like an independent man. Personally, I like the alpha male vibe.
I want a man who really loves his family.
Definitely someone whose faith is important to them.
For me, it's someone who actually wants to meet my parents.
Why do you want to date a conservative?
For me, at least I know that we're going to start off with some shared values. Well, the conservative men I've dated at least know how to treat me like a woman.
In my personal experience,
Hit 'em.
conservative guys have better manners. I like that they understand their role in the relationship as a man.
Breadwinner.
I just prefer my men to be masculine.
And what's the biggest red flag when it comes to dating?
A Democrat. No Democrats.
A Democrat.
Can't be a Democrat.
A Democrat.
That's easy. A Democrat.
No Democrats. To know.
Find the right match. Download the right stuff today.
I would love to have that level of mental illness.
Well, I mean, those are all actors, right? But
Yeah.
yeah,
But those people exist.
those people exist. Yeah, but I can't believe that they, like, when you're an actor, right? And you're
Yeah.
like, oh, they're gonna do this thing where you're gonna go on and lie about how awful Democrats are, and like, you're an actor. Like,
Yeah.
well, God, do I really want this job?
Yeah, how
Or do I want...
how much do I want this $100?
Yeah, do I really want this job and look like a complete fucking lunatic? Or, I don't know.
Why couldn't Peter Thiel pay me more than $100? He's
I don't know.
he founded PayPal.
Yeah. Here's a... No, you're bad. I'm not paying attention to you. That's really funny. I really dig the alpha male vibe.
Ugh.
Like, do you? Said no real woman ever.
Do you think that might have been written by a man? What do you think?
Maybe.
Perhaps written by a man who's never had sex.
But a stupid woman said it. Like,
yeah.
I don't care if it's a fucking acting job. You said that out loud. Like,
You did.
forever.
That's on
someone
there.
It knows that you've said that.
Yeah.
And by the way, other than one of those women, none of them look like conservative Republicans. Like,
well, because actors aren't conservative
exactly,
Republicans.
right? Like, but you'd think that you would make somebody look...
Can't do it.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
It's physically impossible.
You're physically impossible.
It's an important underserved market. I was reading that as undeserved market. Liberals own the education, media corporations, and we can't let them control our personal relationships.
I guess we can't look at it because it's not available in Canada.
Probably not.
So that's why, I just read that. Like, that's why we can't look at it.
Connect with people who aren't offended by everything. View profiles without pronouns. While the app's prompts include January 6th was ... or
Cool.
favorite liberal lie ...
Women don't like getting raped. ... That's the biggest lie.
Women are incentivized to join the app with access to a premium membership for free, a benefit men have to pay extra for. Once again, it's harder for men.
It is harder for men.
Also, despite this incentive, not a single woman has signed up yet. However, there are reports on social media that the app is predominantly full of men, so they have no women to match with. The app is currently only geared for heterosexual couples.
Oh, no shit.
While the app is allegedly failing to attract Republican women, it has caught the attention of young liberals who are taking to social media to relentlessly mock it. Blah, blah, blah. The reviewer who alleged that they were contacted by the FBI also claimed the app was created by the deep state.
Here's a socialist app in wolves clothing.
Nice.
I saw this app advertised on one of my trusted conservative news channels. My wife passed away 2 days ago, and I think I've mourned long enough. She would want me to be happy and get back out there on the dating scene.
Yes.
So when I saw this right stuff that was about dating stuff, I knew I had to jump on it. Much to my disappointment, when I signed up, I realized it's invite only. How am I supposed to marry the next woman of my dreams, parentheses, preferably she has a great life insurance plan, when it's invite only? I did some research and found out why. The app is actually funded by Bill Gates. What happens is that they take your photo and information and store it in a database that will be used in the future as a way to identify and exterminate all of us conservative Christians.
When we storm the Capitol again.
I suggest you delete this app now and never use it again.
Damn. You just lost a customer.
Yep.
That's very fun. So if you're in the United States of America right now.
The USA, as it were.
The USA. The Universal Soccer Association. Then do yourself a favor and get yourself an invite to the right stuff, and then give us your login, and we're going to have some fun with that. Drew's showing me a picture of a very fat man standing in front of a chevron
Yep.
with a shirt off, covered in painted on swastikas.
And there's
this
also
what you're showing me?
A very fat lady that has a shirt that says, "Hey Donald, grab my pussy."
Oh, so that's I'm like that. I thought it was like a liberal, like anti-Trump
Yeah.
thing, but it's
No,
not.
she wants.
She literally
Donald
wants him to
grab her pussy.
I like
Like
that.
he gets her wet.
Well, sure, I can see that. He's the moist maker.
He is the moist maker. And as we know one thing, it's not rape.
Oh, but is it going to be
If it's Donald Trump.
every episode?
Here's
Time for Drew's. It's not rape
Is
corner.
this one good? I don't know.
Were they protesting gas prices? Was that?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Or they just happened to be at a Chevron when it was Nazi time.
Maybe. I guess there's tons of people complaining on the app about removing the invite only.
But you don't want to open it up too much.
No. Well, that's probably the whole.
You don't want that
right?
riffraff getting in.
Apparently, when you set up your profile, each person can only send 3 invites.
Okay.
And then, yeah, so like if you go on and you invite your 3 friends, and then that's it. So you can't invite anybody else. So like you're really limiting yourself to how many people you can invite.
Right.
Anyways, I got nothing else. I don't know why you thought I had more.
You know what? That's on me.
That is on you.
Never again.
You're directing the ship there, bro.
I was just looking at why hashtag unsubscribe is trending.
Okay.
And apparently everyone is replying to @Super Mario Movie with hashtag unsubscribe. Literally hundreds by the second. This is such genius marketing because even if you don't want to participate, it forces you to tweet about it and link back to the trailer for others to see. Hashtag unsubscribe. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Are Billy Madison memes a thing that are picking up? Because like someone like posted a Bowser still from the thing and then just Billy Madison happily like sitting cross-legged in a classroom full of 8-year-olds, like happily staring forward at hot Bowser, I presume.
Yes.
Well, good for Billy getting its due. Yeah, this is
apparently Sleepy Joe. A bold statement. Equally as bad of a president as Trump.
In terms of like effectiveness, kind of, yeah. Although he did have that he had that sick week, which is like the week he had COVID, he like killed everyone in Al Qaeda.
Yeah.
And like he had like a real Dark Brandon had like a cool week a few months ago. But yeah, now he's mostly just like asking to see dead people.
Yeah. Well, Sleepy Joe announced an executive order pardoning Americans convicted of simple marijuana possession under federal law.
Good.
And then I guess they are the U.S. will review how the government classifies the drug. He also urged governors to follow his lead for people convicted of state charges for simple possession, as a number of convictions under state law outweighs those who have been charged with a violation of federal law. According to the New York Times, around 6,500 people were convicted between 1992 and 2001.
6,500 people convicted in those 6 years for marijuana?
Of minor marijuana possessions.
That seems wildly low.
Yeah, but maybe it's under the things he's looking to pardon. Maybe.
Because I feel like 6,500 people in like Duluth, Minnesota would have been
this
convicted.
Thing says, according to the New York
time.
Times, around 6,500 people convicted between 92 and 2021 will benefit from the decision.
That's so few people.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, this one says could help more than 6,500 offenders who were convicted of simple marijuana possession.
I feel like it should be 8 million.
You'd think it would be about, I would have think 10 times that.
Yeah.
65,000 people, because but I don't know, maybe it doesn't say what the rules are.
Yeah,
right?
there's obviously some very specific guidelines or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Also, the breaking news, I guess, I don't know. Sarah Lee, not the cake person, but the former Tough Enough winner.
Oh yeah,
died at 30, which is weird, and I didn't realize she was married. She was married to Wesley Blake.
Oh, A Forgotten Son?
A Forgotten Son?
I forgot about him.
Anyways.
What, old age?
Yeah, 30's the new 92. So
30's old for a woman.
I can't believe you're still alive.
Well, I'm not a woman.
Yeah.
If I was a woman, I'd be long dead.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, she never like did anything, right?
Nope. She won Tough Enough and then stopped wrestling.
She was a real Big Andy.
Big Andy, aka the Sasquatch.
Well, our condolences to the Sarah Lee family. Not that one, the other one.
Anyways, that's enough. Let's just end this. What else we got?
I got one news I can save, and I'm happy to just do the Ladyfuckers.
Yeah, there's not a lot of lady fucking in this.
No, and there wasn't a lot of lady killing in this. I was starting to get real mad at the title.
Yeah, I mean, they vaguely tried.
Poorly. Yeah, so we
Oh,
Did you shit yourself?
I laughed so hard I tooted. Apparently, Chris Pratt studied the
Did he go to
the
Mario
accent
school?
of Polly Walnuts from The Sopranos, and that's where his Mario voice is.
But he's not doing it.
That's apparently...
Paulie Walnuts has an Italian accent. He doesn't. He's just doing a slightly different Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt's a liar.
I know.
He's a fucking liar. Well, now I'm just mad. But we stayed on the Coen brothers train. Two good boys, one of whom always takes credit for the directing, even though they both do it.
Yeah, but he's the one that wants to be the face.
Yeah. And the other wants to be the heel.
Correct.
So we jumped from the Cocksucker Proxy, 1994, 10 years into the future, to 2004's The Ladykillers, one of the very few Coen Brothers movies, I think, along with only Intolerable Cruelty.
Which is good.
Up to this episode, I had not seen. And I guess I'll watch Intolerable Cruelty.
It's good.
To round it
Got
out.
George Clooney. What's not to like?
That's true. He's a handsome man. So... the reason I hadn't at first, I don't think I knew it was a Coen Brothers movie. I have for years, but probably sometime in the last 18 years, I didn't know it was Coen's because it didn't look like a Coen's from. I remember the trailer. I'm like that. It didn't seem like anything.
That's just a movie.
Interesting that I'd want to see, and I distinctly remember for whatever reason, I once saw the DVD copy of it at my aunt's house, and I think she said something positive about it, and I do not trust her taste in movies. So I avoided it like the plague, as I have with many other movies she has been positive on, and any ones I did not avoid that she was positive on, I was right that I should have.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got Tom Hanks as let's say Colonel Sanders.
Tam Honks.
How long? Now you had seen this before?
I probably saw it in 2005, and maybe one other time between 2005 and 2010.
This is your
2010.
third trip around the
Yeah,
Ladykillers?
probably. I think the second time I watched it, I was like, it can't possibly be as bad as I remembered it.
And
then this time was because I had to.
fair enough. The
answer is it's bad.
How the first time you watched it, how long until you realized it took place in the present day?
How long did I take to realize
your penis
that it wasn't funny?
Take the second answer first.
Like 5 minutes.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess. Well, because like Marlon Wayans is pretty like street.
The answer is when Marlon Wayans shows up. Until then, I thought this was like the old South.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, a lot of the times they've never they don't spend a lot of time making the old South into like new.
No,
because a lot gets washed away.
A lot of the old South does remain the old South.
So yeah, I think, Marlon Wayans is really the only part that really makes you go, oh, yeah.
Oh, they didn't have that hairstyle in the 50s.
Or also just like didn't talk that aggressively hood and say hard R's all the time.
A lot of hard R's. I definitely made a note that this is the most N-words that the Coens have ever written.
Yeah.
And they had to be excited about it.
There was
it's like what Quentin Tarantino feels like every movie.
Yes. The old black lady said a soft A.
Soft A at the beginning.
And then Marlon went hard
boom,
R's.
Boom, 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 boom. Marlon was just rapid fire. Marlon Wayans was an N-word Gatling gun. And yeah, but I was confused at the beginning because this old black lady was complaining to cop George Wallace, who I love George Wallace, about people playing the damn hippity hop music.
The hippity hop.
And I'm like, maybe they called something that in the 50s or whenever the fuck this takes place. But no, she was talking about actual hip hop because this is in the present. So we get like quite the series of character intros. I would say a Cats-esque series of character intros for like at least the first 20 minutes of this movie.
Yeah.
And at first they're not even linked.
No, you don't know how any of this is going to work out.
Here's Tom Hanks showing up at this lady's house, and here's J.K. Simmons killing a dog.
Here's our boy, Jukike.
I'm almost sure that's not what the JK stands
I'm almost sure that you told me not to say the K word on the podcast.
I can't remember.
And then I said, Scott, people want to hear it. The people want to hear the K word.
Your audience. That's true. And then we see a mentally retarded football player blowing a catch.
Yep.
And then we see and then we see Marlon Wayans doing literally the old guy from Chappelle's show. I'm a holla at you, bitch. A holla, 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 just going nuts at a woman's ass. He clearly subscribes to all 5 Candid Creepshot video accounts. And then when you realize what he's there for, you realize how even stupider he is for doing that. So it's revealed that Tom Hanks is an educated criminal, an artful dodger. He's a fancy man, but also a robber. And he's assembled, I don't know, through Craigslist or some shit.
Because he put an ad in a paper.
Yeah. Weird.
But he says the name of the paper, and
looking for other criminals.
Yeah. Quick money, quick fast.
Yeah. So he's assembled this ray. Oh, and sorry, I forgot about Chinese Hitler, aka Zima, referenced I guess a week ago, I think.
Yeah.
To round out the crew. So so the deal is they're in Mississippi. There's a gambling boat that deposits their take each night in an underground bunker right near where the boat is stationed, and the door to the bunker is very secure. 6 inches of steel, blah, 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 tough to get through. But the walls of the bunker are not so secure. And this unwitting old black lady her house is situated quite close to this bunker. So Tom takes the room for let she was advertising, and he and his ragtag bunch of criminals have a fake Renaissance band where they practice in her root cellar, but actually are digging a hole to the bunker. So, and Marlon Wayans is a janitor on the boat, so he's the inside guy.
Inside man.
So it's all the funnier that he's doing this clearly fireable offense.
Yep.
When the one thing he needs to do for this multi-million dollar heist is to not get fired from this boat. So he hollers at a bitch, and no glasses Stephen Root, which freaked me out.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Was not ready for it. His boss fires him, rightfully so. He shouldn't have been hollering at a bitch.
Yep.
So then at one of their meetings, possibly at Waffle Hut, they're like, well, this is complicated things somewhat, but I'm sorry, I have to go back. The Marlon Wayans in the midst of hollering at a bitch had by far my favorite line in the movie. So keep in mind, we're at an aquatic casino, and so craps puns are the order of the day. And after he was done commenting specifically on her ass, he informed her, I'm a 7 on the rollout, but I'm a 10 the hard way, which is great.
I have to say, low key, I really like Marlon Wayans in this movie.
Me too.
He was really good.
Me too.
He was honestly he and JK are the only highlights of this movie, really.
Yeah, he and JK hate each other.
Now, can we talk about, is this the point in the podcast where I can talk about all of their names in this movie?
I insist you talk about their names in this movie.
Tam Honk's name is Goldthwait Higginson Dorr, PhD.
Correct.
The old lady's name is Marva Munson.
Yep.
Marlon Wayans' name is Gawain Maxam.
Yeah.
J.K. Simmons' name is Garth Pancake.
God, he was Mr. Pancake.
Mr. Pancake. Tsima is just known as the General.
The General, of course.
The dumb football player is Lump Hudson.
Lump Hudson's a great name.
And then J.K. Simmons' girlfriend's name is just
Mountain Girl.
Which is very funny.
A 53-year-old with pigtails.
Stephen Root's name is Mr. Gudge.
This is a very silly movie.
Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah. So they... and there's a running joke of every time they open the door, her cat Pickles gets out and they have to and runs up the tree and they have to go get him. And the first couple times I think it was just Tom Hanks was the only one there and he had to go get the cat. But one time it was the whole group of them, and the cat got out and Zima went to go catch the cat. I'm like, don't let him get the cat.
Wow.
What?
Because he's gonna eat the cat.
Oh, Drew.
He's not Korean.
You said it. I didn't say nothing. I'm just wary about a guy with a Hitler mustache around cats. You had to go racist. So, so where do we go? So they do, and also the woman whose house it is a widow, and she speaks fondly of her departed husband, and there's a big oil painting of him in the above the mantle, but it never paid off. But I was really hoping that her husband is completely made up and she's just a crazy old spinster.
That would be pretty funny.
But I mean, and you actually could have paid it off that way and it wouldn't have affected the movie. You still could have done it, but
it also fed into the police, the sheriff and his deputy thinking she was just cuckoo bananas.
Yeah, because George Wallace, because obviously Tom Hanks wants to avoid the police, and he was having tea with her, and then George Wallace came over. And Hanks immediately hides under the bed, and she's like, "Oh, I just had a man over, but I guess he left and cleaned all his plates." And George is like, "Sure you did, sure you did, dear. No, I'll take you up to his room." And
the room's completely clean.
And the room's completely clean. Oh, he's staying here. He's very clean. And he's like, "Yeah, I bet he is. I bet he's real clean." And then she looks under the bed.
Comes in and meows at him under the bed. And
yeah,
he's like, go.
She looks under the bed, sees him, and she's like, "Oh, here he is under the bed." And George Wallace is like, "Okay, anyway, I'm getting there's been a murder downtown. Yeah. I gotta go, but nice seeing you as always." Yeah. To plant the seeds of the police thinking she's crazy.
Yeah.
So they pull off the heist. J.K. Simmons blows his finger off in
a very comical way
in the practice run, and but they pull it off. They get all the money, And then what do they have to do? Oh, they have to re-close the hole
Yeah.
to the tunnel they've dug to the bunker, so obviously doesn't come back to them. So they go to like collapse the tunnel with explosives, and it goes wrong. JK's the ordnance guy, so he goes and checks on it. There's an issue with the timer. He fixes it, but then the timer's at like, I don't know, 10 seconds or whatever. So he runs, and then the big explosion, money goes everywhere. She obviously hears, sees, and feels it, and is like, what's going on down there? And then she goes down. There's $1.6 million floating,
floating in the air. They're all catching it.
Yeah, in a dust cloud. So then Tom tries to like sweet talk her, lie to her, and then like semi comes clean. He's like, he says what they did, but then says they're giving it to charity, and we're not. Who are we robbing from? The casino. The casino has insurance. So what are you're robbing from each insurance policy holder with that company? You're robbing what, 1 cent from every person? I liked his logic. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Yeah. And her big thing was donating what, $5 a year, something, to Bob Jones University. And he's like, hey, we'll give you a bunch of money and you can give it all to Bob Jones University. And she gets tempted, and she's like, nope, stealing's wrong. I'm not going to have it. My dear, her husband had a dumb name too. Othar?
Yeah, something like that.
Something. Yeah. Every name was insane in this movie. And, yeah,
but I don't think that's a Coen's thing. I think that's the play.
Yeah, because this is a remake of 1955's.
Yeah, 55's.
The Ladykillers.
Starring, if you don't look,
I'm not gonna look. Spencer Tracy.
No. Actually, I'm not sure about Spencer Tracy.
Spiro Agnew.
I believe it's Sir Alec Guinness.
Alec Guinness and Peter Sellers. Interesting.
And maybe one other person.
Oh. Was this the first time Peter Sellers and Herbert Lom are together?
Possibly.
They became best friends and said, let's do a bunch of Pink Panthers until I die. Huh. These don't have the same names. It is Coen's.
Okay, maybe it's being weirdos.
They have other stupid names, but not the same stupid names.
Okay.
There's I think the old lady is Louisa Wilberforce.
Wilberforce.
Philip Stainton is the sergeant. Danny Green, who I assume is the lump surrogate, is 1 round. So yeah, like they have some silly names, but not the same ones.
Oh well, according to this, they have names. Those are their nicknames.
Right. But like Alec Guinness is Professor Marcus, so not the same.
Yes,
name.
Right. Yeah. Directed by somebody who didn't do a lot.
Alexander
Scottish American
McKendrick.
director and teacher. And he only did
not that much.
8 movies, and I've seen or heard of
1, The Ladykillers.
Yeah.
You're not a big
High Wind in Jamaica,
or you're not a big Whiskey Galore guy.
Pussy Galore. Oh, Dad, Poor Dad.
Gay Dad, Straight Dad.
Glengarry, Glen Gay.
Glengarry, Glen Gay.
Yeah, sorry, Glengarry, Glen Gay.
But that is cool that it was a very early. Yeah, because when was the first Pink Panther? Late 60s?
Mid 60s? 66? 67?
63. Okay, so 8 years before the first one. With Inspector Clouseau and what the fuck was Herbert Lom's name? God damn it. Commissioner Dreyfus, of course. Yeah.
I've never seen any of the Pink Panther movies.
Any?
Not even the Steve Martin ones.
Well, don't fucking see the Steve Martin
I'm saying,
ones.
like, I've never seen a Pink Panther movie.
You should. They're...
I feel like...
They're really good.
I've seen Mr. Bean. Good enough.
It's not exactly.
I know it's not the same. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a reason why I've never seen one. I've never seen one.
No, there's some really fun stuff in most of them. The first one isn't really the same as the rest. The first one was a little
more straight.
Yeah, a little less goofy.
Yeah, I think I knew that.
Yeah, it was a little more James Bond. Like even then a lighter James Bond, but definitely a little more like that and less than like slapstick.
Hey, if you're still listening to this at this point, like 2 hours in, and you want to send us money to watch a movie, pick one of the Pink Panther movies that's really good. Or, you know what else I've always wanted to see, but I've never gotten around to seeing it?
What?
The Casino Royale with like Woody Allen as James Bond.
Yeah, and also Peter Sellers. I have not seen that Casino Royale.
Yeah,
but,
you can send us money to watch those because those would be good. Wild.
I would love any Pink Panther or Casino Royale.
Or if you're just like, I don't know what movie to pick, you can always ask one of us because we always have like. Or do yourself a favor if you're following me on the old letterbox at Drew Sarian. You can go into my watch list. You can find a movie on my watch list.
How about that?
And then because my watch list is currently sitting at let's see here. My watch list is at 1,758 movies.
Good numbers.
So you can just go in there and go. This is less than 2 hours.
Think we can bang out half of that for the request?
How many of these movies do you think I will actively see before I die?
Before you die? So
tomorrow.
Today is October. You're gonna die February 2023. So 1, 2, 3, 4 months.
I do about 30 a month.
30 movies a month. So you can bang out an easy 120 of that 1,700.
That's also if I don't add things to the watch.
Don't add.
I have to.
I must. It's in my nature.
Yeah, I mean, I do watch some stuff every now and then, but not always.
So the movie progresses. The heist has been successfully pulled off, minus JK's finger, and they've been given the ultimatum by the woman to either give the money back and come to church with her.
Come to church. Talk to Jesus.
Or she'll call the police. And to which the reasonable response by the team is, we got to kill this bitch. I'm not going to church. We got to kill her.
We got to kill her. Absolutely got to kill her.
She must.
P.S. Casino Royale's over 2 hours.
A twofer.
Well over 2 hours.
Well, great. Someone can pay for 2 movies for us to watch Casino Royale.
There you go.
Right? How much over? 100 minutes?
Hour 12,
2 hours 11. Oh,
11?
So close to the grace period, but you're absolutely paying for 2 if we're doing that.
Which one do you think is the best Pink Panther?
The first one I saw was, I believe, the third one. I think the Return
1975
of the Pink Panther. Yes. There's so there's the Pink Panther, and then A Shot in the Dark, because they weren't going with the naming scheme yet.
Yeah.
And then Return, and then Strikes Again,
then
and then Revenge. And I think those 3 are all
the best ones.
Those are all real good.
Okay.
Those all have fun, like memorable stuff. And then
Trail of
do not bother, because Peter Sellers died, I'm going to say 1 day into filming that. And it's literally like tracking down Peter Sellers, which, spoiler, they don't, because he's fucking dead. So it's just like other shit going on. And it's like, it's a mess of a movie. And there's like no reason that it should have been released.
Curse of the Pink Panther.
Now, what is
Son
Curse?
of the Pink Panther.
Son is Roberta Benigni?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what the hell is Curse?
I don't know. Just another movie that came out the year after Trail.
I think, it's like just Herbert Lom and Robert Wagner.
Interesting.
What's going on there?
And
David Niven's back in the mix. We're getting the Casino Royale team back together.
There you go.
Huh.
There's also a 1968 movie just called Inspector Clouseau.
What the fuck?
That stars Alan Arkin as Inspector Clouseau.
What the fuck? I refuse to believe any of this.
He's got a mustache and hair. I've never seen him look like that before.
Now I'm interested. 1968 Alan Arkin. What do you look like? You sort of look like Inspector Clouseau. Why did this happen? Okay, so this was made after the first 2 Pink Panthers with Peter Sellers. This was made after Pink Panther and Shot in the Dark. That's so weird. Why did this happen?
I don't know.
I've never heard of this.
I don't know.
I'm confused by this. I'm scared by this. And I'm going to ignore it as if it
Didn't exist?
still does not exist.
That's fair.
That makes me feel better and safer. So, they got to kill this bitch.
They're gonna kill this bitch.
So they draw straws. And
Marlon gets the low straw.
yeah. Does he go first?
Yep.
Okay. So he goes up to shoot her, and then
And she's watching the Jeffersons.
she's watching the Jeffersons,
And-
moving on up to the east side to get themselves a piece of the pie, Andrew.
I only know the Nelly version.
Fish don't fry in the kitchen, beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of terrain just to get up that hill.
Now we up in the big leagues.
I don't know the line after that. I know the cadence of it, but I don't know the words. Now we're up in the big leagues. Ma 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 ma. As long as we live, is lunatics playing. Batter up.
So yeah, he sees her. He's got a pillow that he's going to use as a silencer.
Yeah.
But when he's creeping up on her, it's a flashback to him as a child.
Young Marlon.
With a dog.
Yeah.
And his mama is a mean old bitch.
Yeah.
And Mama Benjamin's gonna fucking give him the what for. She's gonna kill that dog.
And just wait till your father gets
And
home.
just-
Because he's really going to tune you up.
Yeah. So he kind of like has, like he can't do it. She confronts him, and then she kind of gives him the old like, you're a good young black man. What are you doing with all these stupid old white men and that?
Your mama
and
raised
that-
you better than this.
And that Chinaman. So she smacks him around.
How'd you get in with Z-Ma?
Smacks him around. Then he goes back downstairs and he's like, I can't do it. She
Couldn't
reminds
do
me
it.
of my
Reminds
mom.
me of mama.
And then he gets
JK calls him a pussy-ass bitch.
Yeah, which then gets the dark one all riled up, and they get into a scuffle, and Marlon accidentally gets shot and dies, which sucks. 'Cause he was the best part of the movie.
Yep, it was pretty good.
But then as they've been excavating, they've been dumping the bags of dirt off a bridge onto a
Passing garbage boat.
a barge.
Yeah, going to Garbage Island.
So now it's going to be the body barge.
Yeah.
So they chuck Marlon's body over into that, and then da-da-da. So now they're like, okay, we gotta somebody's gotta do this, so we're picking again.
Mm-hmm.
So they pick again, and this time it's the general's turn.
Z-Ma.
So,
Z-Ma!
And he doesn't seem like he's gonna have any fucking problem.
No.
So he goes upstairs,
All business.
and she's asleep, and he goes up into her bedroom, and he's going to kill her, and then like a cuckoo clock goes off, and that gives him Vietnam flashbacks or something.
Yep.
And then he the panics, and he runs out, and then the cat runs under him, and he trips. And he goes flying down the stairs and does the most disgusting like neck break I've ever seen on
It's
movies.
really good.
Like and like loud like
Oh, he just absolutely snaps. Bottom of the stairs, dead.
So then they got to go chuck him off the bridge.
Yep.
And then what happens with?
I know what happens with JK.
Yeah, but what's the next step that happens?
What happens with poor Lump?
Do they go to? Because at some point, like when they go to get rid of the body.
Yeah.
Oh no, JK goes first. He first, right?
Oh, I guess so.
Because when they go to take Marlon Wayne's body to dump him, he stays behind to pack up everything in the basement.
But takes the money.
But takes all the money. So
they catch him.
Catch him and Mountain Girl.
And Mountain Girl. The general garrots him.
Yeah.
And they dump
them off the bridge. Then they come back. They pick again. The general gets it.
Yeah.
They dump the general. So now it's just the big old dummy and Tom Hanks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he says, well, like, Tom Hanks pretty much tells him, like, you have to do it. Because, like, I'm a respectable gentleman and you're retarded.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't think I should do that,
he's like,
boss.
I can't do it, boss, even though he's white.
It's just some white schmuck's Michael Clark Duncan Green Mile impression. And he's like, I don't think we should be killing this sweet old lady. And
Take my hands, boss. Like that monster tard in the Green Mile.
Exactly.
Monster tard.
and Hanks is somewhat unkind here. And he's like, look, you big stupid dummy. You have a low IQ. Do what the fuck I tell you.
Yeah,
to
like,
do.
I'm smart.
Yeah.
I have a PhD. You should be listening to me.
I'm from Hollywood. I have the money.
And if you don't put this in there, then I'm not going to put any money in there.
And then Lump gets a hold of the gun, points it at Tom, pulls the trigger, and nothing happens. It just clicks.
And then he goes,
and then,
no bullets.
And then Lump points it at his face, and he goes, what? No bullets, and then tries it again, and it works.
It works.
And that's the
Oh yeah, I guess
tragic.
they're arguing on the bridge. So when he shoots himself, he ends up just falling over the railing onto the barge.
And then Tom is like, well, guess it's just me. And then one of Hanks's very many educated interests was
Edgar Allan Poe.
being a large fan of Edgar Allan Poe. And then a raven alights on one of the posts of the pillars of the bridge near him, and then ends up knocking off like a rock thing.
It looks like a sickle, kind of.
Yeah, like part of the like carving of like the stone bridge, and that whacks Tom, who then gets hung by his own jacket off of the bridge, and then the jacket tears, and he too falls onto the barge, which just leaves our sweet old lady, Marva Munson, who hasn't heard from the boys in a bit. Goes downstairs, sees all the money nicely stacked. He's like, no, they really didn't want to come to church. I guess they turned themselves in. So she's like, well, I better go to the police and tell them I have all this money. So she goes to our boy George Wallace and says, hey, you know that casino heist? And they're like, yeah, we know that casino heist. Well, she's like, I've got the $1.6 million heisted in my basement. They're like, oh, do ya now, Marva? Because all police are Irish, even when they're George Wallace. Oh, I'm sure you do,
What
Marva.
we got here?
Marva, that's wonderful. I'm glad you've solved the case. Why don't you just go ahead and keep it? You've done a good job, and consider it your reward for being a good Samaritan, Marva. Please get out of the station. You're wasting everyone's feckin' time.
Feckin'.
A lot of good feckins in Banshees of Sharon.
Yeah.
And so then she leaves and does just that. So it's kind of the worst possible. It's a very sad ending because all these cool guys are dead, and then a Christian university gets a bunch of money. Yeah, I would say it is a classic Shakespearean tragedy.
It's the movie equivalent of The Right Stuff.
It is. Anytime Bob Jones is Bob Jones a real university, or is it like a surrogate for some other Christian?
BYU.
It is real. It is a private university in Greenville, South Carolina, accredited Christian liberal arts university. Very cool.
I should go.
You should go. You're a Christian. You're liberal. You're checking all the boxes.
I'm from the South.
You're from the South.
Yeah, as we established earlier, I would support the South.
100%.
But
only because you look good and gray. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I was very surprised. I couldn't believe that Marlon Wayans ended up being better off character-wise in Requiem for a Dream than the Ladykillers. He at least lived in Requiem. Spoiler. Even modern day Coen movies very much feel like period pieces.
Yeah, because the sets and the clothing and
like the only modern feeling one I can think of is Burn After Reading. everything else is either takes place in the past or feels like it takes place in the past.
You know,
Because, like, I think A Serious Man is present day, or is it not?
A Serious Man's present day.
But it could be the 50s, basically.
Yeah, Big Lebowski
Big Lebowski, I guess.
is modern.
Yeah.
But like,
although, no, it's like, it sort of feels like the 70s.
well, it does feel like the 70s, but it is modern.
No, I know it is, but
yeah.
even, like, modern ones feel...
No, I feel like only the Big Lebowski, like, only the dude himself feels like the 70s. Because I feel like everything else is pretty...
Yeah.
But, like... Yeah, No Country for Old Men definitely is 70s, 60s, 70s vibes.
Yeah.
But it's modern, right? It's present day.
Yeah, but again,
it
also feels
all
old.
feels old.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Fargo, obviously, inside Llewyn Davis is Oh Brother, obviously. True Grit, obviously. Hail Caesar, obviously.
Yep.
I guess Raising
Arizona kind of. Yeah.
Serious Man, yeah. Barton Fink, I don't know. Barton Fink could be 1912.
No, it's like the 50s.
It's
like Golden Age Hollywood.
Yeah. Blood Simple, I guess, is
Blood Simple is modern
at the time.
Yeah.
And Miller's Crossing is not.
Old. Yeah.
Man Who Wasn't There is not.
Yep.
Hudsucker, obviously not. Intolerable.
Man Who Wasn't There is the oldest one. It's in black and white.
That's true. And Intolerable Cruelty
Tough word.
is modern.
Yes.
Ladykillers sucks, and
Ladykillers sucks.
And then they directed one part of Paris Je T'aime.
That's right. They love Paris.
Along with every other director.
Literally every fucking director.
Wes Craven, Gus Van Sant. Name a third one. Alfonso Cuarón. Alexander Payne.
Jim Jarmusch.
Gerard Depardieu.
Famed director and
Russian citizen.
And tax evading Russian citizen, Gerard Depardieu.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. I was going to say that there...
What you going to say? Say it. Say it, coward.
Eat my ass.
Say it, little bitch.
Eat my ass.
You gonna come for me, little bitch?
No, I was going to say that there was another movie that if people wanted to pay for us to watch, that would be
they
rad,
should.
But I can't remember what it was. Do you know who did the cinematography for this movie?
Roger Deakins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I know. I noticed
that. Not everything can be amazing.
Not everything can be amazing. Also, a thing I forgot to mention last week for Cocksucker Proxy. One more time. 3, 2, action. Cocksucker Proxy was, did you see who co-wrote it with the...
Oh, Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi.
Yeah, that makes sense. There's a little bit of Sam jokes in there, and also Bruce Campbell.
And also Bruce Campbell.
I assume anything that has Bruce Campbell in it has something to do with Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
Or Ted Raimi. Okay, maybe not Ted.
The Good Brother.
The Good Brother. Oh, man.
Oh, and I forgot Matt Parkman from Heroes was in this.
That's right.
As the commercial director where J.K. killed a dog by
and
putting a World War I gas mask on it.
Just breathe like normal. Just breathe like normal.
Easiest thing in the world.
Easiest thing in the world. Fuck yeah. I was going to say there's something else associated with what we were talking about to request. It turns out that apparently John Waters is returning to directing for the first time in 20 years.
Hell yeah.
He's directing the adaptation of a novel he wrote called Liar Mouth.
That's a fun name.
Yeah,
I like that.
But I think...
That's awesome.
Is... What's-her-face dead?
Mrs. Waters? His loving wife?
No, what's her fucking name?
Brittany Murphy. She's dead.
The one that ate the poop.
Oh, Divine?
Divine, goddammit.
Divine has to be long dead.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I'm going to say Divine died in like 1977.
Died of poo ingesting complications?
Yeah, and also AIDS. Divine died at age 42 in 1988.
Mm-hmm.
Born Harris Glenn Milstead. A good man,
Harris.
Divine. Harris. Strong, masculine name.
So, we've concluded Ladykillers.
We have.
We got a lot to choose from. We got Academy Award winner Tom Hanks. Academy Award winner J.K. Simmons. Academy Award nominee George Wallace.
Sure. Emmy attendee Stephen Root. Now, before we even pick one of those, if looking at the old clock on the wall,
It's 420?
it's 420, blaze it. Today, by my count, is October 20th. Next week is the last episode before Halloween.
Oh boy.
Should we do an unprecedented pause, PAWS, of what we've been doing on the podcast? Because we certainly have never missed a week up to now.
No.
This is...
We've never done Oops All News or
Nope.
Oops All Munches or Oops All Racism.
Or just both gotten COVID over a span of 2 months.
Yep. Or one of us didn't watch the movie, so then we just
One of us didn't
talk
watch
for a while.
movie. Yeah, no, we're on a perfect streak. We've done all 27 episodes so far in 27 straight weeks, like two good boys.
Yep.
But I am proposing.
Oh, it's about time.
Would you
Put a ring on it.
Would you do me the honor of would you make me an honest manager? No, would you?
All right, but we're taking my last name. You are now Scott Softpaws.
I'll allow it. Would you be amenable to doing?
I'll be an animal.
Would you be amenable to doing a one-time extra spooky episode?
Uh-oh. Spooks?
For spooks as far as the eye can see. It's not a thing I should say.
I don't think you should, but it's too late now.
It's late in the episode. No one.
Yeah,
no
there's like 4 people listening.
No one's getting hurt.
No, yeah, it's all fun and games.
This is just.
Don't forget, we're skipping.
We're scared.
As long as
Keep
we're
in mind, whenever you hear something, you're like, I don't know, guys. That's a little much. I don't think you should say it. Keep in mind, we're skipping. It's just we're just being silly geese. It's boys being boys.
Just locker room talk.
It's just locker room talk. It's just horseplay. We're also in full pony play gear.
Oh, gross.
We got the weird horse mask thing. We got tails in our butts. We got the weird hoof mitts.
We got bits in. We're champing at them.
We are in fact champing at those bits. Why are they saying champing? Because that's the word, assholes. Look it up. Anyway, our good friend. Well, I vamp for time. I'm pretty sure I'm 90% sure I know who it is, but I confuse him with one other person, and I do not want to give credit where it is not due. So let me make sure. I'm very sure it's Nick, but I really want to.
Nick.
It's Might not be Nick.
Oh,
Ruh-roh. Is it? I don't think it's you either. Who the fuck paid for this?
Is it going to be a certain amount of?
Oh, hold on. Oh, it was a Nicholas. It is Nick. It was just listed as Nicholas. Then a search for Nick did not show up. Yeah. Our boy Nicholas S., if you will, has jumped the gun, got real excited, and a few weeks ago, even before anything officially was announced, all request-wise, or even thought of, said, I got some spooky movies for you guys.
He's putting words in my brain.
You better do it before Halloween, or I'm gonna kill myself. So,
I mean, I like putting people to the hot coals.
To save a life, next week we'll be doing not 1, not 2,
okay,
not 3.
Ooh, that's a lot.
But 4 spooky ass movies to celebrate All Hallows Eve. And those movies are Sleepwalkers, 1992. I think there's some Cat TF stuff in there.
There's some Cat TF stuff.
A movie I was unfamiliar with, but you are, and sounded interesting.
It's good.
Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon, 2006. Return of the Living Dead, 1985, which was, I believe, an earlier Nick pick for an all request that was then replaced with someone else. And Trick or Treat, 2007.
Which is also fucking great.
Let's be clear, it's 2007 because there's a number of Trick or Treat movies of various years.
Just so you know, Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon is a 3.5 on Letterboxd.
Oh, so
and
pretty
I gave
good.
it a 3.5.
Oh.
So there you go.
Big day. So that's what's happening next week. You're welcome. But while we're here, should we figure out what we're doing, where we're going with cast members of the Ladykillers the following week? If I was to hazard a guess, the date, probably to air November 3rd, 2022.
Which is how many days before the next time we wrestle? 1.
8.
1
1.
day.
You know what?
It is 1 day. The day after we will be having our next wrestling match. And guess what? In Vancouver.
It's in Canada. In Vancouver.
In Scott's hometown.
The city we live in. It's crazy. So
I never thought it would happen. I hope it happens often.
I also
Because I
hope it
hate
happens often.
having friends who are bookers be bad at their jobs. No names, but one of them looks bad in his gear.
Okay. I like keeping it vague. So yeah, November 4th in the very safe neighborhood of East Hastings.
Yep, cool place. Definitely not where people consistently get attacked,
Yeah.
stabbed, needles, pipes in the head.
At the Rickshaw Theater on November 4th, we'll be there in a zombie-themed ladder match.
Our first match with the company, our first match in town, is a ladder match. For what?
Yeah. Yep.
Because
what's on top of the ladder, you ask?
brass ring,
Who's to say? Could be a brass ring.
an opportunity, a championship
It could
opportunity.
be a championship opportunity. Also,
Even though they
I
don't
don't even
have
know
tag
if
champ?
this Fed has titles. Period.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so it'll be fun to find out. Maybe it's $20.
Maybe.
I'm not splitting it with you. If I get it, I'm keeping it. Let's.
Then
be
I'm going to
clear.
knock you off the ladder.
You bitch.
And maybe you'll break your arm again.
Well,
Third surgery. Third.
No.
surgery, third.
If
surgery.
I'm getting a third surgery, it's going to be these.
I feel like if you got a third surgery on the same arm, that would be the end of wrestling for me. Because I would just have to wait around for you to come back, and I would just get tired of it.
No, I'd come back too fast and hurt myself again.
Yes.
Yeah.
But throwing a clothesline.
Correct.
Yeah.
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 So, for the post-spooky episode, who's our guy? I mean, Tom Hanks is the obvious pick. Your
Yeah,
thoughts?
so is JK. I mean, I like
So
a lot
is
of
JK.
JK's work.
Well, let's go.
What's a big Z Ma? What's he done that we haven't seen?
Arrival.
That we haven't seen?
Arrival 2. This time it's personal.
Arrivaler. More Arrival.
Arrival goes west.
Oh, that's good. Is he in one of the Rush Hours? He's in fact in Rush Hour 1 and 3.
Nice. Does he play Roman Polanski?
No, Roman Polanski plays Roman Polanski.
Oh, I thought it was a Chinese who was doing it.
Ah, Max von Sydow's in it.
Does he play a
Forgot
bad
about
guy?
You never know. You know what's really funny about that is that in the movie, Hiroyuki Sanada
Yeah.
plays Jackie Chan's long lost brother, and like the funny part about that is that like Jackie's like an executive producer and was like, yeah, I mean Japanese people and people from Hong Kong, they're pretty much the same thing. We all equally hate China, so
Even they can't tell each other apart.
Zima is in a 2020 movie called Tiger Tail.
Oh.
I mean,
That might change everything.
I don't think it has anything to do with Tiger Scott.
But and also I'm pretty sure I remember people sending me like the cover picture of that a bunch in 2020.
Just
And
because it says Tiger Tail,
that's all it takes. That's all it takes. But well, who was the best person in the movie?
I mean, Marlon Wayans was legitimately the most enjoyable part of the movie.
Marlon Wayans, you say?
Marlan, one of the Wayans clan.
We're talking Marlon. We're talking Sean.
You got your Ivory Keenan.
You got your Ivory
You got
Keenan.
Marlon Jr. You've got Keenan Jr. You've got the woman.
You got Kim.
Kim Wayans.
You got Kim Jr.
You got Kim Jr.
You got Damon the Third.
Damon the Third.
You got
Bruce Wayans.
You got Bruce Wayans.
You got Wayne Wayans.
You got UFC weigh-ins.
Yep.
You've got it's a big family, each one funnier than the last. Geniuses.
Well,
Truly a family of prodigies.
Keenan Ivory's the oldest, right?
Yeah.
He's the least funny.
He's their dad and brother.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
the least funny.
Correct. And then it just gets funnier every time.
Correct.
With each successive Wayans.
Marlon, Damon Jr., Sean Wayans. We forgot about Sean.
I think I said Sean.
Did you? Oh.
Yeah.
And then Damian Wayans.
The evil one? Damien?
I don't know. He's there. He's one of them.
Oh, there's a Damon and a Damien?
Yeah. Damian Dante
Oh, there
Wayans.
is a fucking Damien Wayans.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. He doesn't do a lot. He keeps to himself.
Yeah.
He ain't hurting nobody. So,
anyways, continue. Not to get off topic, but I was going to say, I feel like Keenan Ivory made some good ones, right? Like, he's a competent director, isn't he? And like, he's...
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't Be a Menace.
Yeah.
He did not direct that.
No.
He was in it.
He was in it, but I think as a director, doesn't he done... maybe not.
I think you're thinking of you're thinking of Mario Van Peebles.
I don't think Mario Van Peebles has done anything good, man.
He at least directs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess I'm just thinking as an actor, because he's in, like, Don't Be a Menace and Poetic Justice, I think people really like, and,
Is he in the Glimmer Man?
Down Dirty Shame, I think people really like.
Who's in Glimmer Man with Steven Seagal?
That is also Keenan Ivory.
Yeah, I thought so. Good stuff.
Is that also a DMX one? Is that one of those ones where Steven Seagal's with DMX?
He can't be. You can't have Keenan and DMX.
I guess that's fair.
That's crazy talk.
This cast, the Glimmer Man, is wild. Bob Gunton, Brian Cox in a fucking Steven Seagal movie.
Love it. Stephen Tobolowsky.
Yeah.
Ned Ryerson.
Ned Ryerson. Punch.
Nikki Cox.
Directed by John Gray.
I like it.
Huh.
So, if we go the Marlon Wayans route.
Well, one thing I know about Marlon Wayans,
yeah,
he's done a lot of bad movies that have gone straight to Netflix, or I guess Netflix exclusive movies. That's really all I think about for him in the last, like, I don't know, more than 10 years.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of those. I don't think I've seen White Chicks.
Sure.
I've seen Little Man.
Good one. Have you seen Andy Kindler joke, Dozen Eggs, where Marlon Wayans plays a dozen eggs?
I've not seen Dozen Eggs.
So you're saying we should do a newer, terrible,
maybe
Marlon Wayans movie? Should we decide now? Should we leave it to next time? How do you want to handle this?
I don't know. Let's figure it out. Let's leave it as a surprise to the audience.
Okay.
I don't want to tell them what we're gonna do.
We're going with Marlon Wayans. In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
But next week we're getting real spooky. So so curl up, get a blanket, get a bottle of popcorn, get a squeeze tube of half melted margarine, and layer that up on your bottle of popcorn. I'm having a dissociative episode right now. So before it gets worse, Drew is going to leave you with these thoughts. Drew?
So what you can do is you can take a red Solo cup, and then you put the butter in the cup. You melt it in the microwave.
I like that your thoughts are also popcorn
Then
related.
you take a glove, like a latex, like rubber glove.
Yeah.
You put it over the top of the red Solo cup.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like facing up.
I like where this is going.
You wait till the butter gets a little bit cooler.
Yeah.
Then you fuck that glove.
I'm gonna take it up a notch.
No glove?
Nah. You and 4 friends. Fuck that glove. We'll see you next week for Spooky Times.